Yo, yo, yo. Big Mastodon here. Today we're doing the Mirror Temple, and I don't even need to look at the lore page for this, because number one, the documentation for this is really garbage, but I'll read you what the lore is. The tombs on the island of Skartara have finally opened. That's it. I'm not even looking at it, so... Alright, we'll get there. On the way there, I'll tell you all about it. Okay? I'm not drinking another non-alcoholic beer. I might get a stiffy or something and get sexually aggressive. I don't know. I don't know either. I get depressed on my birthday. Have I mentioned this? Anyways, Dick Boner. Earth Boner. Sorry, I got it wrong. So... this is a fucked up quest, because the documentation needs to be updated. I wish they did this first before they do anything else. So, what we have to do is, this is like Canyon of Magi, right? We gotta find our Nephilim statue. Is this us?
Impossible.
No. Oh, that's Paladin Man. I only know this one because... obviously, I've played Amazon. This quest is fucked up. Okay, so I'll explain to you because there's no documentation for this. You just have to know this. So, the Mirror Temple quest is unlocked at 120. It's not really an Uber quest. It's more of a dungeon with a chance. So, the documentation doesn't tell you that. But there's a 20% chance we're going to run into our Nemesis. Your Nemesis... I don't know all of them because I've only played Amazon in this. Your Nemesis is basically a mirror PvP-like match with some other shit. So, this is where it's stupid. It's a 20% chance when you load a game seed up that your Nemesis will be in there. Where's the Nemesis located? Oh, wherever. It's random. I don't like this. I think it's a little stupid. So, what's the gimmick behind this? So the Nemesis will drop a mirror. I don't remember what it's called. I'm not looking at it. So what you need to do is your class charm, which unlocks your Enid skill. So this, not this, Sunstone, no. It's your class Enid skill charm. You'll see it says Necromancer challenge item. It'll be... Sunstone of the Gods or something for Amazon, whatever. I don't know what the other ones are. You cube the mirror with this charm, your specific charm, okay? This one, not this one, your class charm. If you need to remember, look for the thing that says unlocks your Enid skill. So there's 20% chance of it showing up. I don't know what it's going to be. I haven't done it with Necro yet. The other gimmick behind this fight is each season, so each patch that comes out, it has a chance of dropping a entire, like, sacred set. However, the sacred set needs keys, and the keys are 2 arcane crystals per crate. So you get the entire set, like, all of it. So... I actually got the Storm Amazon set when I did it. I thought it was class specific. No, it's season specific. So the rotations get changed every time a patch update comes out. So look at what the patch notes say. I think I can find it on the website. Hang on real quick. So if we look in the patch notes, if we go down to sets... where does it show it? It shows you where it's at in here. Rune Words, Hellmouth, Defiler, Sacred Uniques, no. General changes. I think it's in general. It's in here somewhere. That's all you gotta know. Necromancer, this isn't really what I'm looking for. Oh, maybe it's down here, yeah. It's... Nephilim Sacrifice, no. Art Animation Main... because you can find it in the patch notes. Why don't I just type in Nemesis? Mirror. There we go. So if you type in Mirror Temple in Endgame Dungeons, you can see right here, the sets for Season 38 are these. I don't think I can make any use of these. So if you're looking for a specific patch, if you want to down patch the game and get a specific set that way, it's kind of cheesy, but you can do it. I don't know how effective that is, but yeah. So you get the reward for doing it is pretty good. The actual class charm's good. So if you know what you're playing and you're looking at the patch notes and you're like, oh, let's do this patch, maybe I can get Nemesis. I wouldn't rely on this, by the way. That's not really a great thing. The other reason, look, this doesn't tell you in the documentation. If we go to quests, we go to dungeons, Mirror Temple. This is it. This is all it tells you. This is this whole little box. This is it. It's all you need to know. So it doesn't tell you really anything about the quest. This is kind of a hard dungeon. I can get XP from it, and it's worth farming until you get your Mirror Charm. So there's ours, I guess. Is this me? No, that's Druid. Well, why the fuck did you make a big deal out of it? This is Sorceress. I don't care. There I am. That's me. Alright, so stop being so sexually aggressive. Stop touching it. Stop. As soon as we walk in there, I'm probably going to get killed. That's all there is to it. The enemies in there drop pretty good stuff. I mean, it's a 120 area. Let me check. Is it 120? Yeah, it's 120. I'm assuming. The documentation doesn't even tell you what it is. This is one thing I'm like, yeah, they need to update the documentation to show you how this works. I personally wish. But whatever. You just have to have someone like me tell you it. So if in patch 2.11, it's going to be different. So the sets are going to be different. Maybe they'll tell you it's a 20% chance, but if your Nemesis is in there and you kill it, you get a roll on that. That's really cool. It's a good thing for dumping arcane crystals into if you know you can get a potential, but it's just not consistent enough in my opinion. I've done this quest or this dungeon 6 times once and never actually got it. I just did it randomly until I got it. If we don't get it this time, oh well, not a big deal. So they cast Crucify on death. The mummy's in here. I don't know if I can survive Crucify, but we'll see. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're like an idiot like me, and you're playing as like a targeting class that has like a target skill, you'll be like, I can't get through the door even though I'm playing the class, I have the level. Make sure you have move only, because sometimes you can accidentally, you're like this, your character will accidentally keep trying to hit this. The bounding box will do that and you won't go in. So if that's the problem, that's why it's happening. Alright, this place has got some pretty nasty shit in it. I hope I don't do too bad. Alright, these guys cast Crucify. These guys are fine. Whatever. See, he's just fucking going ham. Wow. Let's just see how we do with Carnage after we figure out how we do with Parasite. These guys are very tanky and they're very dangerous. Can I endure them? Holy shit, my fucking Amazon can't do anything, can she? I can actually endure their Crucify attack. I shouldn't run in here, but I can actually deal with it. This isn't too bad. These Sires of Darkness have a lot of health. But this is actually a good place to level grind until you get your charm. I mean, I wouldn't put it past you to, you know, try it. It doesn't hurt to try. Oh god, it's pretty brutal. It looks like I can sustain on the Crucify attacks. You can't see what they're doing, there's so much shit going on, but see when they do that little when they die, that's what it is. And these guys are gonna keep... I'm just gonna poke my head in here. I'm not gonna... Oh, it's a big dungeon. So I don't know what all the dungeons look like. So I can't really rely on Parasite. I think my DPS is not high enough for that yet. But it's a 121 area, so we can go all the way up to 131 XP gain rate here. So it's not bad. You're not looking at like a bad chance. I think we can start finding a goddamn Necromancer amulet in here. It's gonna take forever, but yeah, this is about what I expected. So if you're, this is something I'm just like, I really wish that Median's documentation was #1, cleaned up. Speak the English. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like a filthy, dumb American. By the way, I can speak Spanish. I'm not a dumb, single language speaking American. That's French they're speaking, and no, they're American. But, I really think if you're gonna put your website in English, you need to have someone that can proofread it and tell you what you're doing wrong, because there's quite a few typos, there's quite a few things. But the big one is, you don't know that you have to do this unless someone tells you this is how you do it. I had to go on the forums and look at, like, posts from, like, 5 years ago to figure out that this is actually how the quest works. Because I thought it was broken. I was like, okay, I guess Nemesis just doesn't spawn. Alright then. It's a cool concept for a quest. Because, yeah, it's like cool. If you see what the sets are going to be, you can be like, oh, well, I'll just try that out, maybe get that this year. That's cool if I don't, whatever. If it was like, you could get the quest, like, or the set exactly for your class based on exactly the Nemesis, I'd still say that's okay. I'd prefer that. Like, but I get it. You know, that'd be too busted. You could just pretty much straight line, you know, it would take a lot of the random element of the game out, and I think that fundamentally fucks up Diablo in general. You can say, well, you can craft uniques. Yeah, but you can only craft tiered uniques. You can't craft sacreds, you can't craft sets. The only thing you can do is increase your bias of finding them, and I think that's more fair. But I am tearing ass through this place. This is awesome. I'm glad I built my character up to this. It looks like the only thing that I'm really struggling with right now, I mean, my life sustains great. I still need more actual life. More defense would be great. You can cut the crust off my sandwich too, Mom. You don't gotta be a stingy bitch about it. That would be nice too. It is my birthday after all. But, I think it's fine. I think fundamentally, itemization in Median is pretty good, but this character definitely needs... Oh, this isn't true. I know this dungeon doesn't change. I do know what the next area is like. This is a module part that the Amazon one has on mine, too. You'll know Nemesis is in the area. There's a little health bar that shows up. Yeah, by the way, you'd only know that if someone told you, which... Yeah, this is the problem. If someone just told me, oh yeah, yeah, it's random. You randomly find it randomly. I had to look that up on a forum post. That's kind of shitty. If I could make a suggestion for future patches, put that in the documentation, and fix the documentation. There's actually a lot of problems. One of the biggest ones is actually Astraga. Astraga's documentation isn't accurate to how Astraga works now. It's... Bestrangula! Yeah, it's like, Astraga's, like, information is old. It's like Omega Patch Astraga. It's not even accurate. Like, it says that she makes... Sorry, it says that he makes, pillars, and the pillars break when you walk on them. They don't do that anymore. In patch 2.10, the pillars are... There's 4 pillars, and they have a lot of health, and they break. And you have to hit them, and then it weakens Astraga, technically. That's going to be a hell of a fight, by the way. I don't know how I'm going to go about Astraga. I need a lot of poison reduction before I do that. Like, some item that has, like, poison timer reduction on it, or, like, half poison reduction. I don't know. It's... Astraga is a pretty tough fight. I actually like it. It's a little... Yeah, because that's the other thing, too. It's like, oh, her dungeon, she teleports around. No, she doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't do that anymore. See, the problem is I want to call it a she, because it looks like a she spider. Because male spiders don't look that big. I love how I'm bringing real-world sexual dimorphism into a fantasy video game made by a mod development team. That's not for me. That's That's sorceress. But yeah, this is kind of why I don't. I don't know. I think the documentation is the only thing that disappoints me. Is like the pictures and stuff are also outdated too. That's also another problem I have with it. There's a lot of things I love Median, I really do. But god damn it, there needs to be more transparency with a lot of this shit, because you're just not gonna know this unless someone tells you. You go on the forum. There's no Reddit that tells you about it. I seriously had to look it up on a forum post, and someone just said 20%. I don't know if that's accurate. That's just what I've been told. So this is all secondhand information from them to me, from like 5 years ago to you today in 2025. So I could be wrong. Maybe it's less than 20%. I think they just pulled that number out of their ass, to be honest. But I mean, it's gonna happen eventually, okay? You're gonna go in here on a farming route, and you're gonna be like, fuck it, let's peek our head in Nemesis, see if I can find Nemesis. Since there's no set spawn for Nemesises... Yeah, that's the word. I almost said Nemesi, and I'm like, that's not the word. Since there's no set spawning location for a Nemesis, you just have to get lucky and clear out all the rooms. So... I don't like that. They should have put them in, like, the ending for, like, modules that look like that corner one, like this one over here, or that one over there. You know, like, that's my only problem with this quest in general. Because you can't really... I don't know. I think that fundamentally I'm fine with the way it is. I just wish it was explained better. I'm not a fan of the fact that it's... You know, maybe if they reduce the rate from 20 to 25, I don't know. This is just spitballing numbers. I don't even know if 20 is correct. But that's my point. If they just told you, oh hey, it's a 25% chance, or a 50% chance even that. Because there's nothing in here fundamentally I have to do. That's why this is a little annoying. Like, okay, cool. I think I checked all the areas. I'm pretty sure I did. But that's my point. It's not in here, by the way, if it isn't obvious. But that's how you do Mirror Temple. Like I said, we pretty much cleared it out. I'm not going to do it again on camera. I think you get the gist. It's a +1 to skill, which is great for other characters, not so much this one. Because, like I said, look at our stats. Let's take a +1. What's a +1 I have? What's a +1? Okay, like Abraxas, because he's my favorite. Like, look at my damage and stuff. This is better for casters. This isn't really as good for melee characters, but it's one more dungeon, I guess. You can clear out. You can fiddle-diddle around in there if you really want to. I mean, it's cool. I like the option of having an extra dungeon to play around with, and it's a higher dungeon area than Tranathula, so it's something different to look at visually. So I'm not going to complain too much, you know. I just think it could be better, personally. But that's how you do Mirrored Temple. Like I said, 20% chance of Nemesis showing up. Kill Nemesis, get a plus skill, cube it with your class charm. This class charm that unlocks a need skill, can't stress it enough. I was like, what the fuck, it doesn't even work. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Oops, I'm an idiot. So, yeah, I just, I don't know. I have some mixed feelings about that quest. I don't even really think it's necessary to the game. It's cool for if you want to try out getting... Because when you do kill it, you get guaranteed crates. I'll show you what the crates look like, actually, so you know what I'm talking about. Because otherwise you'd be like, oh, fucking, how do I know you've done it? So where the... Oh, I fucked up my charms trying to show stuff around. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right. Book of Lies. It's actually really good. I don't want to do it. It's such a fucking awful quest. We're in the realm where we can do it. That's the problem. Where is my... all this shit? Good lord. You might be like, I see it. I see it. There it is. So yeah, it gives you a +1 extra to your need skill. And I'll show you what the crates look like. So... This isn't the crate in particular, but they look like this. So they're called Explorer's Cache. By the way, typing in Explorer's I haven't even mentioned this yet. Don't use the fucking fandom wiki. It's garbage and outdated and full of garbage. And the people that run it are like 5 years old, so they don't even count anyways because they're stupid. I'm being serious. It's absolutely useless. It's not even got the stats you need to learn. So it's pointless. Just don't even go there. Listen to me. I'm much more important. So you can see a cube with 2 arcane crystals to create set items. This is all from this year. If we go over back to there, you can see that Zeri's... What is this set called? Zere's Divinity is on the set rotation this patch. So I've already found that. But yeah, I'm sure if you want, you can trade these with other people. I'm sure they go for like, what I'm assuming is, I'd probably say if I were to trade, maybe another crate from the set coming out or a previous crate. Or I'd say a good trade would probably be 3 arcane crystals because the effort, you know, maybe not. I'd probably say maybe like a great rune and 2 arcane crystals would be a really good trade. Maybe. Or like 2 arcane runes. Like, if I were to trade, if someone was like, hey, give me your fucking shit, I'd be like, how about maybe 1 great rune or maybe 2 or an essence or something. I don't know. That would be a good trade if you're looking to trade. That's probably what I'd go for. I don't know how much they go for on like forum gold, but I'm sure someone can be like, hey, if you look on the trade forums during the beginning of a season, you'll probably find someone that's going to want to trade these. This is all single player, so they'll be like, Seth, trade me. No, okay then. Anyways, so yeah, I'd say if you want to trade these, I'd say they're probably worth more than an arcane crystal. Because if you're looking for a specific set piece without grinding, you're probably going to want to have something to wear it. So you're probably already past the point where arcane crystals are useful. So maybe I'd say a good trade would be like some great runes and, or maybe essences you're missing for like a specific one. We'll talk about this later, but I think that's pretty fair. I guess. I think it's a cool concept for online play, but for single player, it's kind of goofy and tacked on. But that's going to call it. Garbage guy's going to pick up garbage, so it's going to get loud. I'll see you guys in the next one.